about the way you've set up the program so that if I'm looking at the THETA V as an Android device, the workflow that you put up on the blog that I followed, which is basically I have it set up, I've got the developer mode set up so it knows it is a device. It's using, I believe it's, what is it, ADB, to be able to connect to the device, and then using Vysor as the way to see what's going on the device. Now, that was great. I was able to go and put the stuff onto the THETA. I could see what was going on, see the things that were on the camera itself, and the way up in the decent folder, etc.
Yeah. So you're able to follow that workflow.
It was really easy to work with. And I like the videos that you put up because it's not only just a recipe, I can follow and see what we're doing.
Oh, that's good.
Great. It helps.
Somebody watched it.
Yeah.
More than one view.
I think I probably put a thumbs up. But the thing that was interesting is when I went to go and use the Go. And so my company is looking at doing things that can get consumed on either the Revive and how the others go. Previous to this, I had been using Dropbox to go and put my content up to. So whether it's a video, whether it's a 360 picture, I'd go and in the Go, it would say, I go to Oculus Gallery, and it would say on the device, or on Facebook, or on Dropbox.
Yeah.
And so I put my stuff on Dropbox, I'd see it there, and then I would go and download it from Dropbox to the device, so I could actually play it.
Your video?
Yeah, my media.
Your video.
So the idea of being able to sideload straight into the Go was not something that I had been doing, because you couldn't just hook up a micro USB cord and then see it. Yeah. Now, because I had the original setup using the THETA V, when I hooked it up and he had the ADB driver for the Oculus Go, and I started Vysor, it just went, boom, it just showed up. And so it shows up as Oculus headset or something along those lines in my PC's Explorer. And then it was like sideload, and that made my life so much easier.
So in the Oculus Go documentation, it didn't say to use Vysor or
in fact, in the documentation, I'm trying to think of, because it's not in the consumer documentation, it's going to be in the developer kit for the Go. I don't remember seeing, there was one other site that talked about doing some other things with the ADB drivers, but they were using...
So how do you see your media? I guess the Oculus Go has
there's a folder called downloads. So, so when you go in and you have a screen, you go to Oculus Gallery, it gives you 3 big buckets. So there's, on the device, which is download, there's a download folder. And so if you stick stuff on that, it automatically shows on the Go. Then there's Facebook. So if you have things up on Facebook in your own content, especially if it's on your timeline, it shows up. And then the other is Dropbox. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any other method to go and get. So somebody used the ADB drivers, but they were using VLC as some method to view it, to be able to get it to the device. And I use VLC, but not. I'd rather use Vysor.
Okay. And then, are you using Android Studio? Or?
I'm using Android Studio as well. And so the other thing that I was using, I'm trying to think of what its name was.
You know, you can see the THETA application from Vysor, right? So like you can leave. Are you doing it that way, where the USB cable is still connected to your workstation? Let's say you want to test something on.
Oh yeah, it's on the device. Yeah, I was definitely doing that. The other thing I did, interestingly enough, with the Go, was I set up. I went to Vysor Pro, which was for me a no-brainer. It wasn't very expensive. It was cheap, $10 for a lifetime license. But you can, the Go is a wireless device, so that you can set it up in Vysor Pro. You can go and set it up if you're on the same network. You put in its IP address, and you can now pump stuff to it wirelessly. So I don't even have to have it.
You do that with the THETA V too. Have you done it?
I haven't. Not wirelessly.
It does work over wireless. Like, you can actually use the non-commercial Vysor. It will work too. Like, there's a little trick to do it.
Okay, yeah. No, but being I have the Pro, and I hadn't even thought about that because it's also a wireless device.
Yeah, so by default, when you put the THETA into if it's using a Wi-Fi streaming, for example, like say if it's doing like streaming of the video to another device, right? And then you put the USB cable in. By default, I think
It takes
the Wi-Fi will stop or something,
Yeah.
right? Like some problem.
Yeah.
But there's a way to actually get around that and keep enabling, so you can use.
Okay.